Fuel thefts from gas stations continue to be an ongoing problem.
Why is it that gas stations are where some of the wildest confrontations happen? From mop attacks to undercover stings and ATM stealing fails, these robbers came to rob the store, but instead had their own dignity robbed. Let's take a look. Number 1. Mop power activated. Who knew a mop could be a weapon of choice? This gas station worker isn't backing down when a masked guy sprays her with pepper spray and starts grabbing stuff. After a quick step outside, she comes back with a mop and goes after him. The guy quickly realizes he's not up for a fight and runs. Guess he didn't plan on getting beaten by a cleaning tool. Number 2. ATM crash fails. These guys thought they had the perfect plan to steal an ATM, ramming their truck into the gas station like it was bumper cars at the fair. But after what felt like the 13th attempt, it was clear their heist was anything but flawless. With every crash, it was like watching a bad action movie where the heroes forgot their lines. Spoiler alert, they didn't get the ATM, and they only achieved a serious case of embarrassment. Number 3. Fake robbery fail. This cash clerk thought he had it all figured out, teaming up with the janitor for a fake robbery at the gas station. Because clearly, pretending to get robbed is the best way to make money. Surprise, surprise. During the police investigation, it turns out the robber was also an employee. After a quick confession, these two masterminds got justice served right back at them. Who knew that being a criminal required such a lack of common sense? Number 4. Knife-wielding misfire. This robber who underestimated his opponent? This guy barges into a store brandishing a knife, thinking he's about to score an easy win. The female clerk isn't just some victim, she's a total badass. As he tries to threaten her, she grabs his wrist and twists it like it's nothing, forcing him to drop the knife. And then, she picks it up and chases him out. Number 5. ATM standoff stumble. These thieves stroll into a gas station, ready to snag the ATM like it's a quick trip to the grocery store. But guess what? This ATM isn't playing along. They tug, pull, and practically throw a tantrum, but that thing isn't budging. After all their effort, they end up empty-handed, looking like they just lost a fight with a stubborn fridge. Talk about a big swing and a miss. Number 6. Gas station buffet. These girls waltz into a gas station, loading their bags like it's a free-for-all buffet. They head to the cashier, probably feeling pretty slick, until he calls them out for their not-so-sneaky heist. Cue the awkward moment as they empty their bags, returning all the stolen goodies. Number 7. Ice fight tantrum. This guy gets denied cash and decides the best response is throwing ice, because nothing says, "Give me money," like an ice cube fight at the gas station. He then takes his tantrum inside, wrecking the store like a toddler who missed nap time, tossing drinks, smashing things, and just making a mess. By the end, he's not stealing, just throwing trash and storming off. Number 8. Knife heist fail. A woman bursts into a store, knife in hand, thinking she's going to pull off the heist of the century. Spoiler alert, she's not. The clerk opens the register, but when she asks for the safe, he drops the classic line, "Sorry, only my boss has the key." Frustrated, she runs out the door, leaving the clerk to call the cops. So much for being a master thief. Guess she should have done her homework on store policies. Number 9. Card skimmer. Stopped. Card skimmers at gas stations? Yeah, they're sneaky little devils. But thankfully, one sharp-eyed clerk spots a broken tamper seal and thinks, "Not today, scammer." He whips out the skimmers like he's pulling rabbits out of a hat and saves everyone from losing their cash. So, next time you fill up, just remember, one clerk turned potential thieves into total losers. Number 10. Beer run blunder. Who needs cops when the gas station clerks got things covered? This guy thought he'd casually steal some beer, but the clerk locked him in like a hamster in a cage. He tries everything, smacking the door, using bottles to pry it open, but nothing works. He's stuck until the police arrive, just to take him straight to jail. From beer run to jail run, talk about a change in plans. Number 11, candy caught red-handed. This guy struts into the store, pockets the candy, and pretends to be on the world's most pointless shopping trip. He's wandering around, acting confused, even taking some free sips from the soda machine, thinking he's fooled everyone. But as he tries to leave, the cashier busts him. All that sneaky work, just to get caught and hand over the candy. Guess stealing sweets wasn't so sweet after all. Number 12, squeegee heist disaster. Here's a thief who's more confused than dangerous. This guy smashes a store door, then comes back with a squeegee, because heaven forbid he gets a scratch during his big heist. Inside, he's grabbing snacks, energy shots, and even a toy. After failing to break the cash register, he leaves with some beef jerky and random gadgets. All that effort just to get caught on camera for a bag of snacks and a trip to jail. Nice work, buddy. Number 13, smokescreen snafu. Why not risk jail time for a few smokes, right? These two geniuses sneak into an empty gas station, trash bag ready, hoping for cash. But after a failed scavenger hunt, one guy bails, leaving his buddy in a red hoodie to scoop up some cigarettes. Realizing he's been ditched, Red Hoodie panics, grabs whatever he can, and sprints to the car. They speed off with their big haul of a few packs of smokes. All that effort for basically nothing. Number 14, bra-stuffed snack heist. Who needs a shopping cart when you've got a bra? This woman strolls into a gas station, casually stuffing snacks into her bra like it's a built-in pantry. Chips, drinks, you name it, she's got it stashed. She confidently heads to the door, thinking she's outsmarted everyone. But guess what? The door's locked, and her snack heist is on pause. After some awkward back and forth with her boyfriend, they're forced to pay up. Number 15, undercover cop surprise. This guy strolls into a store, chats up the shopkeeper, and then suddenly demands cash. He ransacks the place, grabbing money and jackets like he's on a shopping spree. But the shopkeeper's got backup. A guy walks in, and plot twist, he's an undercover cop. The robber goes from feeling invincible to getting cuffed faster than he can say, busted. That's one way to turn a heist into a fashion fail. Number 16, gas station showdown. Talk about guts. Janelle de Oliveira was just pumping gas when a thief tried to snatch her bag. Instead of panicking, she sprinted after him and jumped onto his car as he attempted to drive off. Not your average reaction, right? While it's risky, you've got to admire her bravery. Safe to say, that thief didn't expect his getaway to come with an unexpected passenger. Number 17, shopping list confusion. Ever tried impressing someone with the weirdest shopping list ever? This guy's idea of romance starts with punching a truck, then strolling into a store to grab a rose, Pringles, an apple, and a whole box of Kit Kats. Talk about mixed signals. He argues with the cashier about paying full price, then decides to just stroll out with his romantic haul anyway. I guess he's going for the I'm bold and I don't care vibe, because nothing says love like stealing snacks and flowers in style. Number 18, dodgeball robbery lockdown. These two idiots thought they'd score big, but the store clerk had other plans. Instead of fighting, he just locked them in and started piling up random heavy stuff outside like he was building a fortress. Realizing they were trapped, the robbers tried breaking the window, but the clerk wasn't having it. He stood there, throwing things back at them like he was playing dodgeball. By the time the cops showed up, one of them was still stuck inside. Number 19, golf club showdown. This guy strides into a store, ready to snatch the cash register, but he doesn't count on the employee swinging a golf club like he's at the Masters. As the robber tries to make a run for it, he uses the register to smash the exit door, but the clerk isn't backing down. After a few whacks, the robber drops the cash and runs to his getaway car, leaving empty-handed and probably wishing he'd picked a less sporty target. Number 20. Perfume robbery fizzles. Thinking they'd hit the jackpot, these guys tried to rob an Ulta store in Pennsylvania. The driver casually bought a small item while his friends loaded up on perfume. But surprise, police were already onto them. Officers stormed in, catching two of the thieves, including a 16-year-old and 19-year-old Isaiah Williams. The driver sped off, leaving his buddies to face the music. Number 21. Robber meets reckoning. This wannabe robber sure picked the wrong target. He tries to threaten a driver, but our guy floors it, smashing into a bike and sending everyone scrambling. As if that wasn't enough, a hilarious tug-of-war over the car door breaks out. Then, out of nowhere, a kid in a car behind decides to play hero and rams the robber, sending him flying. The terrified thief runs off. Number 22. Perfume theft. Fail. Trying to steal perfume? That bold move, buddy. This guy thought he'd stroll out of the store with some freebies, but he didn't count on the owner being tougher than a security guard. She tackles him, takes the perfume back, and even kicks him out like he's yesterday's trash. When he tries to grab more stuff, her scream has him running for the exit. Number 23. Car hood hero. This guy spots a random thief popping into his car and thinks, "Not today." Instead of freaking out, he stands in front of the car like a boss, and when the thief takes off, he ends up on the hood, clinging on like it's a thrill ride. The car speeds away, and our brave owner hangs on for as long as he can before letting go. Talk about dedication. Number 24. Knife duel disastrous. Thinking you're tough until you meet someone tougher? This genius in a blue hoodie tried robbing a store with a knife, only to have the clerk whip out a bigger one. Way to upgrade the situation from robbery to knife-size competition. Realizing his toy knife was no match, he sprinted for the exit faster than he walked in. Number 25. Karate clerk strikes. Thinking of robbing a gas station? You might want to think twice after meeting Aaron Jacobs. This guy's not just handing out snacks, he's serving up reality checks to wannabe thieves. These two thought they'd scare Aaron with a knife, but they didn't know he was a former Marine and karate black belt. In seconds, Aaron disarmed the guy, put him in an armbar, and slammed him into a rack. Number 26. Gas scam gone wrong. The brilliance of modern-day masterminds. These two ladies thought they'd crack the code to free gas by rigging their truck. Genius, right? Until Officer Buzzkill shows up and spoils the party, catching them mid-scam. Number 27. Locked out lame. Thinking he's the next big thief, this guy snatches something and sprints to the door, only to find it's locked. Nice plan, genius. Stuck and looking more awkward than ever, he sheepishly returns, drops the goods, and runs off like a kid caught sneaking cookies. Number 28. Scooter robbers strike again. Because robbing the same gas station twice wasn't enough, these scooter teens thought they'd give it another go. They ambushed the clerk, swiped some cash, and left most of it on the floor. Guess they're not great at math, same employee, same crime, just a reminder that some people never learn. But hey, at least their scooters got fuel. Number 29. Chair versus criminal. Ever seen a chair win a fight? This shopkeeper took "take a seat" to a whole new level. When a wannabe robber storms in with a knife, he doesn't even flinch. Instead, he strolls out, grabs a chair, and charges like he's in some bizarre furniture duel. The robber, realizing she's no match for IKEA's finest, makes a run for it. Number 31. Gift card fail. Thinking he could pull a fast one, this guy tries filling the stolen car with gas, but an off-duty cop spots him and calls for backup. Soon, deputies corner him and his friends at a gas station. Realizing they're trapped, they take off running, but with the community and more cops jumping in, they're caught pretty quickly. So, if your big plan involves stealing a car, Maybe rethink before stopping at a gas station. Number 32. Snack attack fail. Ever seen robbers aim low and then somehow go even lower? These two stumble into a convenience store, grab some snacks, then spot the ATM and think, why not? They spend the next few minutes attacking it like cavemen discovering fire. Needless to say, the ATM remains uncracked, and their brilliant heist ends with a few bags of chips. Number 33. Beer belly blunder. Nothing screams mastermind like shoving a beer down your pants. Our star, the beer thief, walks in, grabs a drink, and thinks his pants are the perfect hiding spot. Smooth, right? He then pretends to be a regular customer at the counter, as if nobody's noticed his new beer belly. The cashier, clearly not born yesterday, confronts him, and the thief awkwardly fishes out the drink like it's the last shred of his dignity. He walks off, leaving the beer and his pride behind. Number 34. Pickle jar power. Thinking they'd score big, these three idiots break into a jewelry shop. But surprise, surprise, the owner shows up early, armed with pickle jars. He smacks one guy with a jar and then goes full Hulk, taking them all down solo. Two manage to escape, but one unlucky guy is still stuck dealing with Mr. Pickle Power. Bet he didn't see that coming. Number 35. Candy heist. Humiliation. This little thief thought she'd hit the jackpot, swiping treats like she was on a shopping spree. But the store owner saw the whole thing. He called her up to the counter, whipped out his camera, and told her to empty those pockets. Bet she didn't expect her candy haul to come with a side of public humiliation. Number 36. Robbers meet roadblock. These four geniuses casually stroll into a store like they're shopping, then sprint out. Just as they're planning their grand escape, one super cop shows up. The robbers zigzag through the streets, but it's game over when the road gets blocked. Their perfect plan didn't include outrunning the Flash. Number 37. Machete versus knife. Thinking you can rob a gas station with a tiny knife? This guy clearly didn't do his homework. He comes in demanding cash, but the clerk pulls out a machete, because why not up the ante? After being chased outside, he gets trapped, but his buddy frees him. Instead of running, he goes back inside to steal. Meanwhile, the clerk is outside going full demolition mode on the guy's car, smashing windows, mirrors, and everything in between. When our wannabe thief finally comes out, he's left staring at a wrecked car, probably realizing his robbery wasn't worth the repair bill. Number 38. Pepper spray showdown. Can you grab a beer and run? Not on this store clerk's watch. She sees the guy trying to make a quick exit and hits him with pepper spray like a pro. Now, instead of a smooth getaway, he's stumbling around like he's on a bad blind date. But she's not done. She chases them down, gets into a tug-of-war, and drags the beer thief back inside. Then, with one push of a button, locks them in. Two guys against one fierce woman, and guess who wins? Number 39. Grandpa fights back. Thought robbing an old man would be easy? This guy definitely didn't expect Grandpa to turn into a prize fighter. The mugger grabs him, demanding cash, but Grandpa breaks free and starts swinging like he's back in his boxing days. Seeing he picked the wrong victim, the mugger runs for his life. Number 40. Bike robber downed. This guy swipes the cash and bolts, only to get smacked off his bike by a car-driving hero who clearly didn't have "chase down an idiot" on his to-do list today. The robber tries to make a run for it on foot, but our hero calmly blocks him with the car, ending the world's shortest chase. Number 41. Shoplifting meltdown. Moment. This kid tries his luck at shoplifting, but ends up sobbing in front of the store owner. When the owner threatens to call the cops, our little thief has a full-on meltdown. He is begging for forgiveness like he just got grounded for life. Number 42. Robbery meets machetes. These robbers thought they had it all planned out, smashing their way into the store. What they didn't count on? The employees come back with machetes, ready to rumble. As soon as the robbers tried to get in, the employees charged at them like it was game on. Number 43. Firefighter foils theft. Who needs superheroes when you've got off-duty firefighters? Meet Daniel Gasky, who turned a quick snack run into a real-life action scene. At a Midlothian convenience store, a teenager burst in with a hunting knife, thinking he'd score some cash. But Daniel, armed with nothing but nerves of steel, tackled the guy in 7 seconds flat. He held the wannabe robber down until the police arrived. Daniel calls it no big deal, because everyone has Marine training just in case. Number 44. Nail salon fail. This guy's attempt at robbing a nail salon was more of a comedy show than a crime. He walks in, yelling for people to hand over their stuff, but nobody even takes him seriously. One woman just walks out, and another keeps admiring her nails. Realizing he's not exactly striking fear into anyone, he leaves empty-handed and embarrassed. It's probably the first time a robber's been ignored by his victims. Tough break, buddy. Number 45. Robber versus cuffs. These guys really didn't think this one through. They grab some guns and make a break for it, but the store clerks are right behind them. One clerk even sits on a robber to keep him from escaping. Their big heist quickly turns into a how not to rob tutorial, with 2 of them caught and the rest probably wishing they'd chosen a less dangerous target. Number 46. Gate crash chaos. These 2 thugs smash their way into a jewelry store, but just as they start grabbing the goods, the owner drops the security gate like it's game over. They freak out, trying to hold the gate up with all their might, but no luck. So, they scoop up whatever they can and run for it, looking more like scared kittens than criminals. Number 47. Robbery plan. Fail. These 2 thought robbing a store would be a breeze, until the owner pulled out his own weapon. So much for an easy score. They tried to run, but things didn't go their way. Number 48. Shirtless theft disaster. Stealing a cop's firearm is obviously the best life choice, right? Our shirtless hero here thinks he's in an action movie and goes for it while the officer is just trying to buy his snacks. Bold move for someone with no plan and even less clothing.
Fuel thefts from gas stations continue to be an ongoing problem.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you enjoyed watching these epic fails at gas stations, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more crazy content. Don't miss out. Join the fun and stay in the loop. See you next time.